everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Dusty Coloring. Today's video is my completed page video for the month of May. Now, if you're interested in a couple of supplies I hold this month and one or two new coloring books, I'm going to pop that information into the end of the video. It's not enough items to really create its own video for, so I'm just going to tag it on to this video, and that will be at the end. So if you are interested in seeing one or two supplies I purchased in May, check it out. Stay tuned or fast forward to the end of the video. Just a couple chatty things. I'm just going to show you guys my coloring journal and my picture journal book, and something that just really upset me, which is a little chatty, but I'm going to tell you. I have a printer in my living room. It's my husband's printer. It's not the good printer where I print my PDFs. Anyway, my cat enjoys attacking the paper, so I just like randomly print out blank copies of paper. She attacks them, and I just keep sticking them back in the printer. So there's paper all over my living room, and I sometimes grab a piece and I use it. If I'm using alcohol markers, I pop it behind a page and whatnot. And I just needed to level off my camera stand, so I grabbed a piece of paper that was on my couch, ripped it into a couple pieces, and then I just realized I ripped up a swatch sheet. And if you know me, you know I hate swatching, so I'm so upset right now. I can't believe I did that. I'm thinking it's my Sue colors because I did use them this month. I keep my swatch sheets in my colored pencil case. So yeah, so that means I gotta re-swatch, and I'm so upset. And I'm really hoping this is the Sue colors and not something I use more frequently. But once I'm done filming the video, I'll pull out the rest of the ripped up paper and see what brand it is. But yeah, so I'm not happy about this. But anyway, whatever, it happens. Okay, so just a couple things. This is my coloring journal. Now, I just wanted to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys more of this at the end because this is kind of something new I'm doing. Yeah, I've had like 8 coloring journals since December for this year, but I like to find out what works best for me, and I like to fill things in and create things. So it's just something I do. So I'll show you guys this at the end of the video. This is my picture journal. I just take pictures of all my completed pages and write down what I use and stuff, and then I'll just compare it from year to year. So I'm going to reference this in this video because I did write down like the mediums for certain pages, because I did try and use a lot of different mediums this year. And okay, so yeah, I pretty much tallied off everything in here. I'll run through this at the end of the video as well. So yeah, let's dive in and let me get started. So the first completed page I'm going to show you is going to be in Magic Jars. I actually did 2 pages in here. So Christina from Christina's Art Corner is doing a full book color along into this book. Now, this is the Coloring Heaven pocket size, but I believe it's the same images as the Coloring Book Cafe Magic Jars. So either book will work for her color along. And I'm just looking because I took off my little things. Okay, so May's page, because it was Mermaid. Oh, I'm also trying to keep track. I have to tally it into my journal how many mermaids I colored this month. Okay, so we're gonna keep track as we go along. Okay, so this was the Mermaid page that Christina had picked for May, and I love this book. It's on my list of books to complete eventually. So I'm trying to follow along with her. So for this, I used Ohuhu and Prismacolor, but minimal Prismacolor. I really just tried to do more Ohuhu in this one. So just some shading is with the Prismacolor. And this was for a couple hashtags. I believe Sam's Way Coloring had a hashtag pink hair and pink tail for the mermaids. So I did, I colored her with pink hair and a pink tail so that I could participate in that hashtag. And then I didn't do last month's page because I just didn't get around to it. So I had some time, and I finished off her April page, the page she chose for April. Again, I want to complete this book, so I am trying to do her monthly pages, but I just fell behind last month. And again, this one was colored with let me see, let me just check my picture journal. Yeah, same thing. Ohuhu and gel pen, actually. I used some gel pen in here. I actually probably used the gel pen trying to think where I used it because I know which ones in the hearts, some of the flowers. Then I went over with some white gel pen. I used some color gel pen and then a little bit of Prismacolor. I didn't write it down, but I can see I used some pencil. So, but for the most part, it was a lot of marker and then Prismacolor for the rest. So yeah, I love this book. It's really cute. And yeah, so that's Magic Jars by Coloring Heaven. I'm going to be showing you guys some whips too. So I had a whip going on in here. This one is a long-standing whip, and it was I think for my coloring plan video for May, I had said I wanted to maybe finish this or do something else, and I decided I started to do this page, but I didn't get to finish it. Now I don't know if I'm going to be finishing it in May. I'll probably definitely get it done for June, so you may see this in my June plan video page, which will be up soon, or may have been up before this video, depending. So yeah, this one will be finished and included in June. And this one I'm using gel pen background. I used Ohuhu for the shark so far. Ohuhu base for the flowers. This is in gel pen down here. I mean, the shrubbery is Ohuhu with Prismacolor over. And then I was just trying out some color combinations for metal for the shark. To do the metal because he's like a steampunk kind of shark. So yeah. So that will be in my page. I'll just either finish this up this month or, you know, tackle it in June, depending. I got some plans for June. So yeah, but this is I'm really enjoying Menagerie by the Mythographic. This one is by Fabiana Attanasio. So yeah, I would like to do more in here, but it all depends on time because they're kind of detailed and I don't love how my pencils perform in here. So it's kind of finding what is working for me. I'm hoping to find a flow in those books so that I can tackle more of the books. Here's another whip I said I was going to get to in May and I just did not. This is from Mariella Budak, Mariella Budak's PDF. And I started coloring this. It's really all with pencil. I printed out on my own paper. I got this off of her Etsy shop. But yeah, I didn't get around to finishing it. So this is going to be a whip for me, possibly for June. This, sorry for the glare, it is in a pocket protector, was from Tropigoth, and Christina from Christina's Art Corner is doing a full book color along to this too. And this was her page she selected for the month of May for Mermaid. I did not, as of now, filming this, it's like the 22nd of May. I did not get to this. I do want to get to this, and at one point this book was on my list of books to complete eventually. I just kind of really fell behind. I haven't been coloring in it. So I'm going to keep it out, and maybe for a quick alcohol coloring in June, I'll get to this and maybe whatever other page she selects for June. But again, so this is Carla Mandana's Tropigoth. I had said that I wanted to do this page. Again, this is the Garden Gnomes, I think, by Mariella Budak. And I didn't get to it as of yet. I printed again on my own. This is a PDF from her Etsy shop. So it's on my own paper, so I could really go in with pencil or marker, whichever I'd rather. But I just haven't gotten to it yet. I still have them all out, all the ones from that book I purchased. So it will be in my planned video for June. I just don't know if I'm going to try and stick to coloring this page or maybe pick another, but we'll see. Stay tuned for that video. Another page that I wanted to color, it's been out for a while. This is from I think it's Amandine Jung, and it's Freaks. I picked the PDF version. Ow, sorry, just cracked my jaw. And I wanted to color The Magician, and I didn't get to it. So I'm gonna leave it out and see if I can get to it either later this month or in June. These were some plans, showing some things that I had planned for May that I didn't get to. This is to show you guys later at the end of the video. All right, so here is Island Cuties, and this is by Joshua Dunbar. This was an untouched book for me. I didn't color in this book, so I just want to, I have to keep track of these two, untouched, and then, okay, mermaids. I have a little paper by me, my ripped up swatch sheet paper. Okay, so this was an untouched book for myself, and I was able to color 2 pages. So I had selected a couple pages in here that I thought maybe I'd want to color in, you know, for Mermaid and whatnot. So I did get to color this. Now this, I'm not going crazy with bordering and whatnot. It's basically, I'm going in with my alcohol markers and then maybe doing some shading with some pencil or not. It all depends, but there'll be gel pen and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of gave her a flounder-like fish. And I went in with my Ohuhu markers really, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, it was just for a quick coloring, but it is a really cute book, and I did want to get some pages in here colored. So let me just take this off. And then I colored this page here, and again, I went in with my Ohuhu markers for most of it, all of it really, and then just some very minimal pencil shading. I'm sorry if the lighting's off. I'm using natural light today because when I put on my, I'm in my living room, and when I put on my overheads, it's like a bad shadow. So yeah. And this was a lot of fun. I just used some white gel pen and just my Ohuhu markers. And this was Island Cuties by Joshua Dunbar. Then out of Hannah Lynn's Fierce and Fantasy, whatever faces that long name book, I have the pocket-sized version, which I purchased off of her Etsy shop. And I am completing this book this year. So far, so good. I had previously colored a bunch of pages in it. I have it in a PD in this little book here. There's going to be a glare, so I don't want to keep it over, but I'll just keep it this way. So I have to do 2 pages a month to finish it. But I noticed that if I stay on track, I will be finished by September. So, because I already had previously colored pages. So far, so good. So I, this month, I had selected this page to color, the Alice in Wonderland type page. And I did use a bunch of different kind of mediums for this one. Let me see if I can find it in my journal here. Okay, so I used some glitter gel pen on this one. I don't know if you can see. So, you know, it lost some of the glitter effect. It was a cheap, it was one of my purchases. You'll see it at the end of the video. When I put it down, it was very glittery. It was like rubbing off. But now, I don't know if you can see. Oh, there you go. It's like, it's a glitter background. So it's a glitter gel pen background. And then I used just, again, some glitter gel pen for her shirt. I kind of went in more with gel pens on this one. The hat is gel pen, and then alcohol marker and some colored pencil, Prismacolor pencil over it. So it's gel pen, Ohuhu, glitter gel pen, and Prismacolor. Oh, hang on one second. I just want to move something out of the way so my cat can relax. Okay. She's laying on the windowsill. There's some sun, and there was like a little candle thing in the way. All right. So I was able to get this page down and done. And then if you're not familiar with the PDFs, I know I say this in every video, but just so you guys know, you print them out, they come out, they're pocket size, but they print out 2 to a page. So you cut them down, and then I cut them down further and I stick them on black cardstock, and then this is going to go into either, it's going to go into a binder when it's done. And then the other book I completed was, again, I did another pink hair, pink tail for Samway's coloring hashtag. And I had a couple of mishaps with this one. So on this page, I use Ohuhu and Prismacolor. So it was based in Ohuhu and then shaded with Prismacolor. And I wanted to make one of those black and white checkered tile floors, but I messed up. So I just went in and I covered it over with acrylic paint, and then I just put some dots, and then just Ohuhu for the background. I didn't really reshade it, so it's a little splotchy because my markers are getting old now, and some of them are kind of drying up. But yeah, I enjoyed this page. This was one of my least favorite pages in the book. So I was kind of glad it was Mermaid, and I'm glad that I followed the hashtag for this and I got it out of the way. So I have another page down. So that's my 2 pages in Hannah Lynn's Pocket Size Fierce and Fancy Fantasy Faces. So next month we'll see what I choose. Again, that will be in the video, the coloring plan video. Here's Reptiloids 2. So this book is on my list of books to complete for this year, 2024, and I've got to do 2 pages a month. And I may even have to do an extra towards the end of the year. I'm not sure how that's going to go. But for the most part, 2 pages will get me where I need to be. So if you watched my coloring plan video for May, one of the pages I selected was this one, the dentist chair, because I had to go to the dentist, and I was like, oh, I'll do this one. But I did not get to this one. So I colored this page here. This was my planned page. And this page, I mean, I know for the most part I'm basing all these in Ohuhu marker. And then I went over this one with Prismacolor pencil, and there is some gel pen in here, white gel pen. But yeah, so this was my page that I did for May. And then the other page I picked that I felt that I wanted to color more than the other page, more than the dentist page that I had selected. So I'm going to take this off because I didn't color it. I chose this page in the back, the sunflower and the peach page, or I made them peaches. I don't know, I don't know, I was just feeling this page for some reason. But I did go in with some different mediums. So yeah, I based it with my Ohuhu markers. I did some paint pens with some of the lines around the sunflower and the peaches and whatnot. But then I used some Prismacolor pencils for shading. And I went in with my Pablos. I wanted to see if the Pablos laid down any differently on this paper. But I decided that it was still easier for me to base it in Ohuhu. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. I don't love the paper in this book, even though I love these books. So again, I'm trying to figure out what works best for me, just to change things up a little bit and maybe use some different mediums. But yeah, so far it's still an Ohuhu base. Ohuhu base, some gel pen, some paint pen, and Pablos and Prismas. And yeah, I love this one. Was really fun. So yeah, and then I did go through and base some of the reptiles, so that'll help me along with what I want to color, next month. So yeah, so this is by Basil Seiko. I'll just put where is his name? Right here. And it's Reptiloids 2, and I got this on Amazon, and they have a 1. In case you're not familiar with these books, they're adorable. Okay, another book of mine is the teddy bear book, I call it, and this is by Diane DeFore. And it's a project book. I'm just trying to color a page a month in here. So I did want to color, I believe, this is a long-standing whip. Well, when I say long-standing, I think it's like 2 or 3 months old by now, and I just don't have the desire to color it. So it may have been included in my plan video to maybe finish, but I did not finish it. But I did finish, I have to seal the page. I left a little note for myself. The Mermaid page. I thought it was, from Mermaid. So that was another Mermaid page. I gotta check that off. That's another one. So far it's 4 pages. I thought it was super adorable. So yeah, so for this I'm gonna say my Prismacolor pencils. Oh, okay, I used a lot of things on here. I purchased some ChromaFlows, so I used my ChromaFlow pencils, Pablo pencils, Prismacolor pencils, gel pen, and paint pen. So paint pen is really just to get rid of some of the lines. So maybe in the tail, I don't know if you could see it. I just kind of went over the lines a little bit. And then some paint pens and some gel pens. And I just did a multicolor sky. Yeah. And I had to use a blender pencil for some things. I don't know, some pages in this book I feel like color better than others. I don't know if it's just that day how my hand is laying down pencils or what, but yeah. So, and I was able to keep up with my 1 page a month. And I have to seal that because, I don't know, my Prismacolors tend to rub off on the other pages. So that's something I need to seal. Another project book is Tenderful Enchantments. I'm just trying to color a page a month in this book. This is by Clara Markova. Yeah, and nothing to complete. I have some of her other books, and she's coming out with another one. So basically, they're just more, I just want to take time to focus on one of her books a year, just to get some coloring done in them. And I colored. So this was the page I had selected for May. That I wanted to color, but I wasn't really feeling it, and instead I went with this page. And this page I use a couple of different things as well. Let me see if I can find it. So this is the page I use my Sioux Color pencils. So I like the way they really performed in this book, much better than the way my Prismacolors performed. For me, that is. This is great. This is good paper, though I don't watercolor. I tried watercolor paint on this paper last month, and the paper just kind of absorbed it all. It didn't really let it pop. It kind of just ate it up, and then it started to get little fuzzy balls on it. So this time I just used my Sioux Color pencil. I actually used some alcohol marker for her. It's really, she does have like an image on the back side of the paper, but I didn't really care. I don't care about these images as well. I'm really focusing on the main images. So I just based her skin with some alcohol marker, and then I went in with some glitter gel pen and some gel pen. And for the background, I wanted to use, and I didn't write this down, I wanted to use my Inktense pencils. I figured maybe that, it was just a big area and I was just losing interest, but I couldn't find them. I know I didn't throw them away, so I'm not worried. I have little tabs on all my pencil cases, so I'm thinking the tab fell off and I need to find the pencils. So I ended up pulling out, which I didn't even realize I forgot I had, was my watercolor Prismacolor pencils. I didn't really love how it was going with this in this book. As you can see, like some areas are darker than others. I don't know, I didn't really like it, but I just didn't really want to be bothered anymore. So I kind of based this plant thing in the background with the pencils. I based the sand with the watercolor pencils and the background with the watercolor pencils, and then I threw in some white acrylic paint just to make it look like she's underwater, like some like maybe water swirls, like, you know, you're in the water and it's like agitated. But then they were really just Sioux Color pencils and some gel pen. A lot of fun doing it. You know, we'll see what I choose for next month. But yeah, that's my Tenderful Enchantments by Clara Markova. Just a whim page I grabbed was from Cosmetica by Carla Mangana. I have her PDF printout. They're weird, but you know, I enjoy them. Sometimes it's nice to lay down with some alcohol marker and do some easy coloring. But I didn't love the way her hair came out. I was gonna actually do this for Jamie's Portrait Year of Color. Jamie's Coloring loves orange red hair and blue eyes, but I didn't love how my marker wasn't doing too good on it was running out again, and I don't know, I didn't feel like it. I did a glitter gel pen for this part, and then this I did with black marker, and I went over it with what I thought was sparkle paint, but there were no damn sparkles in it. So I don't know what I did there. I have to look at that bottle. Some gold pen here. And I didn't love the way her hair came out, to be honest with you. I didn't love the way I ended up doing it. Yeah, there's some glitter gel pen in her earrings as well. You can see it. But yeah, so whatever. This was my dud for May, but I gave it a whirl. Next PDF is my buddy color with the lovely Disney Megs coloring, my buddy color friend. Her and I have been tackling some Kevin Teo PDFs, and I have his PDF versions. I believe she may have the book version. We were doing Funny Tales, but this month he came out, he had come out with some baby or little images of the certain things, and we chose the small Ariel for Mermaid. So I have to write that down. Okay, my little mermaid tally sheet. Yeah, so we chose to do this. I'll insert her image here. I love how her image came out. I absolutely love it. It's so adorable. I love how she colored everything in it. So vibrant. I went in with markers. I went over it with pencils. Since I have the PDF, well, I believe she has a PDF for this too, because that's what was available. But I boarded it off. I made it kind of like bubbly here, like water, like a wavy look. Yeah. And I use my Prismacolors by Ohuhu's gel pens and glitter gel pens. And I wanted to make one flounder. So I made these guys a different color, and then I made her one flounder, you know, her friend flounder. But yeah, I love all of the stuff he has out. So yeah, we've been hitting up a page a month. It's been pretty fun. Yeah. I have some glitter gel pen in her earring. You can't pick it up right now, but yeah, it's there. And this was so much fun. And then I splattered some white acrylic paint just for extra bubblies. The next one is a buddy color with my other coloring friend, Christina from Christina's Art Corner. And I laughed because we both kind of had the same feeling. Like these books, the images are so beautiful. I just struggle with the backgrounds in these books. I hate the backgrounds and the paper. And I think she was, you know, the background too. It's a lot. The backgrounds are rough. Well, for me anyway, but so we picked a page. So this book is another one, a project book for myself. I'm trying to color a page a month just to do it. And we chose this page for the month of May. Another mermaid page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I base all of these pages in Ohuhu marker, and then I go over it. But I blended, and this is I'm so proud of myself. I blended her tail fin with just marker, and I love how it came out. I gotta say, for two different colors, because usually I blend within the same colors, like a dark, medium, and light. I'm so happy. I love how it came out. So I'm patting myself on the back for that. It looks a little washy in the video because of the way the lighting is. And it isn't, it's more muted, but I just love it. So proud that I blended that. Anyway, and then the rest, it was, you know, a struggle. I used, where is, sorry guys, I'm just trying to find it in my book so I can see. Oh, Ohuhu and Prismacolor. That's it. I based everything else with Ohuhu, except up here is some gel pen. Yeah, anything that's not based with the marker is gel pen. And then Prismacolor over it, and then white paint. But I accidentally had paint on my hand. I didn't realize it, and I smudged it on her face. So I had to wipe it off. So there's like a white smudge mark on her face. But it is what it is. Yeah. So what I don't like about this book is I don't like these backgrounds. There's always this image in the background. I blacked them out on some of the pages. But I don't love the images, and some of the hair I don't love. Like when it's swirly like this, I don't love it. When it's more straightforward, I like it. So this was my page, and I'm going to put Christina's page here. And I think she did a great job. I actually love how her page came out. I like her colors. I just love how she did the background. It came out pretty good. So, and I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna do another page next month. I did base 1 or 2 of the skins, maybe to give me a little push, but we'll see. So yeah, this is Portrait of a Mermaid, and this is by Sarah Burier. My next book. So this is my Tabitha Barnett's Floating Mandala page, book. And I've been really just having a lot of fun, and I never did coloring these, but I've been following coloring prompts, and I'm doing 3 a month in this book. So for this month, and I thought I had the pages marked. So I don't pre-pick a page like when I do my plan video, like my coloring plan video for the next month. Oh, sorry, I shook the camera. I don't pick a page. I'm waiting for the color schemes and the hashtags to come out, and then I decide which page I want to color based on the coloring prompts. So for May, we had coloring the movies, and I printed out the little hashtag and I put it here, and I'm drawing a blank with whose hashtag it was, but it'll be right here across the screen. So you basically, they pick the color, you know, the movie, and then the color is based off of the movie things, and then I colored this one. And this is like gold metallic gel pen. And then I colored, sorry guys, I did not, this is the AC Palette Challenge by Amanda Colors, and she picked her palette, and then I colored this one according to that palette. And I add white gel pen for accents and highlights because that's just what I want to do. I followed all of everyone's color schemes, but then I add the white gel pen because sometimes I just need it to pop a little bit for myself. And then Disney Meg does one, and where she picks a Disney character, and then you use the colors off of the Disney character. And for the month of May, she selected Ariel, and I picked this mandala and color schemed it with Ariel. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying coloring in this, and this is the Floating 3D Mandala book by Tabitha Barnett. So that'll be done for next month. All right, so now I'm so excited. So I am set. I want to complete Mythomorphia eventually, and I don't know if you guys are fans of Kirby. He has been teasing pictures, images of his book. I think it's Dark Fairy Tales, coming out in 25. And number one is I love all those fairy tale kind of coloring books, and I am in love with every single page I have seen so far, every sneak peek. And I can tell you, I am going to be doing, I can't do color alongs to his books because I'm too like, I need to do it a certain way. I mean, I don't know, but I can tell you I am going to be coloring that book in its entirety in 2025. It is going to be my main focus book. So I really want to get as many pages in Mythomorphia done as I possibly can. I know this wasn't a book I wanted to complete this year, and there's no way I can complete this book this year, but I do want to get as many pages as I can colored in this book. And I was able to do 2 pages this month, to believe it or not. I did, now I don't know, when I did my coloring plan video, I did say there were a couple of mermaid pages in here, and you know, I would like to maybe tackle a mermaid page, and I did. I ended up doing this page here. Now for Kirby books, I am only using Prismacolor pencils as my pencil of choice to color, but I am doing different things for the backgrounds depending on what the background is. So I did have a little bit of a mishap with this. So this is a pastel background. I think I have, I want to say I have the Munyo pastel, but I didn't use them for this. looking through my book, I ended up finding Ohuhu soft pastels that I had, and I used them. They were very good. I don't find them as vibrant as some pastels, soft pastels. So basically I shaved it off and I, you know, blended it into the background with a swab, with a stump, with whatever I had. My goal was to make rays of light coming through with an eraser, but my eraser that I chose wasn't very good, and it ended up giving me these weird marks here, which really upset me. So I used some white paint on a brush just to make like a water swirl, but it went on a little heavy there. So I did have a couple mishaps with this. Then I sealed it because I didn't want the pastel to get all over anything. I think I've sealed well. Yeah, I think it's sealed okay. And then the rest is just really Prismacolor pencil and maybe some gel pen, white gel pen. But yeah, so. So I was able to do this. Now, I actually did this page. I had 2 copies of Mythomorphia, and I really should have pulled it out. If I edit it in, I'll show you guys, just to show you how things have changed. If it's edited out, it'll be here. Was the page I originally did years ago, and I had messed up on her hair, and I had just blacked out her hair. I like colored over her hair. But now in this book, I tackled her hair, and I love how her body came out. I love how her fins came out. I love the combinations I used. I was just very happy with it. So I was very happy to do this. And then the other page that I did was the Cyclops. So last month I had done this page here, and some paint had got onto here because this was a watercolor background. So it was annoying me. So I decided to, I went in with watercolor paints again, and I had done the background here. And that's how it left off. And then I decided I just wanted to finish up this page. So this was my second page for this month. And what I tried to do was basically just try to pull some colors from here into here, just so that it's not just 2 total opposite pages. So basically the background is different obviously, but I tried to keep him, I kept him like a brown color just to kind of go with like the skulls on this page. The blue kind of a little darker than this guy. His eye, I kind of made the color of this background, and then the chains I just traced over with acrylic paint marker just to make them pop a little bit, because some of the outlines of the chains did get lost. They got lost in the sauce when I was doing the background with the watercolor paint, so I needed them to come back and pop a little bit. And then I did his little bands here holding his beard in red, because this guy's got like a red cloth. And what else did I do? Did I try and pull in? And the chains, I did make the exact color of him. Yeah, so. And then I sprinkled, I just dotted some paint in the background to make like some stars. So yeah, I did 2 pages, and I'm so proud, so proud. So we'll see. We'll see where my plans take me for June. And again, I may have already posted that video, so we may already know where I'm going. Another project book, because I do have a lot of them, is the new one by Erie. This is the world literature book, and I'd like to complete this book eventually, but I am focusing on coloring a page a month in here. And I colored this page. Now for this, I did use a little something different. Oh, okay, so I sealed this page. Yes, I did. Okay. Just like I said, I'm trying to use some different mediums here and there, and I could have sworn I took did I not put this in my journal? Hang on, guys. Oh, I did not. I have to add this. Okay, so, but I know what I used. I used oil pastels for the background. I don't like how it came out. I need to become more versed with how to use oil pastels, and I just didn't feel like using pencil for the background. Oh, sorry. I had already used soft pastels in the Mythomorphia, so I didn't want to do it again. And I didn't want to use watercolor because I wasn't sure how it was going to take with the paper. So I just went in with some oil pastels for the background. I didn't love how it came out. Now, I love this book. This was last month's page, and I'm finding that some pages, again, I'm having a better time coloring than others. I don't know, nothing was really blending right. So I had to go in with some Gamasol and blend some of my Prismacolor work. I don't know why. It wasn't working for me this month. And there is even some white in here. Now I could probably go back over this because when I seal my pages, I use a workable fixable spray. And I could probably go back over it, but then I may have to seal it again because it'll rub off on here, and which is a whip, and I don't really feel like doing that again. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I can always go back and touch things up down the line. Some of his the colors I use on his armor kind of rubbed off into the sky when I was using the oil pastels. But you know, things happen, but it can all be updated and fixed. But I needed to step away from this page now, so that'll be for another time. You know, I'll go back. And I used acrylic paint marker just to go over and kill out some of her lines, because her lines sometimes are quite thick. And then I used black acrylic paint around the background, and then just went in with some gel pen and stuff just for the stuff. So this wasn't one of my favorite pages. I really wanted to color this page for a while, but as far as how it came out, not one of my favorite pages I colored in this book so far, because it just had a lot of mishaps when I was coloring it. But you know, I colored 22 pages this month, so mishaps are inevitable. So yeah. So that was a new book by Erie. This book, Country Chibies by Alexander Franzese, I actually filmed a color along, but it did not work. My video did not record. Apparently when I was recording, I must have got some kind of call that came through, and I didn't realize it, and it stopped recording. But I did, my intentions was a color along for this. And basically I had been, it was requested that I just show how I use my pencils over alcohol marker, and that's what this video was. So I'm going to do a redo one for next month and pay more attention to what's recording on my phone. Thankfully, it was just a quick little image. It wasn't something like a color along in a Mythomorphia book or something like that, because then I would have been really sad. Because it, you know, so yeah. So I had colored her. So I will try and do another one. For those of you who did ask how I color over alcohol marker, I will get that video out. It just didn't work. So yeah, so this was Country Chibies by Alexander Franzese. And the reason I'm using this book to show is because I had done another color and chat in here, and that's like a whip I have, is because I feel like it's easier, it's just quick coloring. So I have a page done in Mythographic Deep Blue, and this was a mermaid page for Mermaid. And it came off. I ripped it out. I colored the merman, or Triton, or whatever you want to call him. So I boarded it with washi tape. I used marker base for some things, and then the rest, I believe, I used. I'm trying to see where he is in my journal here, because I know I printed him out. I used Pablo. Oh, so I used. All right, so here's the thing with me and the mythographic books. I know I've said it probably with the other one. Did I have one out of? I'm not a fan of the paper, and I don't like how my the paper is good paper. For me, I don't like how my Prismacolors perform. I'm trying to find other avenues of ways to color in these books, different mediums. So I tried my Pablo pencils. They did come out a little bit better than the Prismacolors for me. I used some Stadler, however you want to say it, Ergo Soft. I used some Prismas and Posca. So I kind of attacked this with a bunch of different things just to see. It's okay. The background I did with a gel pen, and I didn't like the gel pen. But I could not find another gel pen in my collection that kind of matched it. So it is what it is. And it is what it is. Yeah. But I did have a lot of fun coloring him. And I did have fun experimenting with other different mediums, different pencils and stuff. So it was a win for me. Let me put this back in here. Mini 4. I had this book out to color in, and I did not. So this was in my plans, I think, for June, but it's a big negative. Didn't get to it. And then the last book I have to show you. This is an untouched book for me. This is my Jasmine Becket Griffith Mermaid coloring book. Now, I loved, when I first started coloring, aside from Johanna Basford, because Johanna Basford was the first books I bought, then I actually bought some Kirby books, and I grabbed some Jasmine books. And I never colored in her books because they're very intimidating. I'm not very good with creating backgrounds with negative space. She has a lot of negative space. She doesn't put a lot of detail into certain elements on her coloring page. And I don't enjoy creating like that because I'm not good at that. I just like to color and shade when there's stuff laid out. That's how I find I relax. But I did pick a page. So wait, before I show you that, I think I had said I might have wanted to color this page here because it was May, it was Mother's Day, but I didn't. I didn't color it. I'm gonna take out my little tag. I ended up doing this page. And I am in love with how it came out. So I bordered off the paper because I used some Ohuhu marker. Because again, I never colored in here before and I didn't like how everything was coming out with the pencils. I used watercolor paint for the background, which I'm not 100% with how it performed. I used my Gansey Tambi and I used them in my Mythomorphia book twice already, and I didn't have any problems with it, but I feel like it was very slick and shiny in this book. Now, I don't know if it had to do with the paper or maybe how I didn't put enough water. I mean, it gave me the look I wanted, but nothing would go over it. Pencil would not go over it. So I don't know what happened there, but I love how she came out. I used white gel pen just to outline some of these creatures. I used some acrylic paint just to make it look like she had some magical things going on in the water with her hands. And then I used my Gansey Tambi for the background, the water. I wanted it to be like, because these are like deep diving depth creatures, the lanternfish and whatnot. So I kind of wanted to make it like she was really deep down in the water. So I wanted to go with a darker, more greenish black background with like just a little bit illumination around her. And I love how it came out. I'm very proud for my first coloring and this untouched book. I really just love how it came out. So, and the reason I bordered it off was because it has a border and some of the paint had gone outside the border and it looked a little sloppy. So I just used some black washi tape just to hide where my hand kind of went a little out of the lines. Yeah, so that is it for my completed pages. Now, some quick journal things. This, again, I'll just show you guys. This is my picture journal. This is, I have the HD Sprocket, and I take pictures of all my coloring pages, and I write down what I use. It's just to keep a log. And I will just keep that, going forward. Maybe pull them out, put them in a different book, do 25 again, just to compare. And then as far as my coloring journal goes, I have once again changed my coloring journal. I know this is like the 8th one I've had, but I'm more visual these days, and I love my Happy Planner. I love that, everything's removable and stuff, but I want to be able to see more things on a page. So I went to Barnes & Noble one day because I like Barnes & Nobles. I like to browse. And it's not a thick book, but it's a graph book. So I'm enjoying the graph books much better, the graph paper books, than the dotted for my journals. So I feel like it's so long I can't really even get it into frame. Like if I put it this way, you'll see like it's just a longer book, and I'm really liking it. So for my coloring book purchases for 2024, and now this is going to tie in with some supplies and what I purchased. I purchased 2 coloring books in May. Now, I purchased the new Camilla Angelkova, which is not here yet. But when I edit this video, if I have received it, I'll just pop a picture of it like right here so you guys can see it. The new one, the 50 monster themed minis. And I purchased Coloring Heaven's new pocket size book. And I believe it's Selena Fennick. If I have a picture, I'll put it here. I don't think I'm going to have it because I have to look up on the internet. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to do that. It's Selena Fennick's princess fairy tale coloring book, where she has all the fairy tales, but they're like more like cartoony, little kitty cartoony images. And I have her book. I had purchased it when it came out, but I'm just really enjoying the pocket size Coloring Heaven one, and I just wanted to have it. So I purchased that one. Books to complete. You see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages left. All right, so I'm going to end up tallying up everything in here once I'm done with my video, since I have all my books out. But this is how I set up my pages. So May, I have all my planned pages, and you see everything is here, and I was able to check it off. I did not get to my mythographic menagerie. I did not get to my garden gnomes. I did not get to the mythical creatures, the fairy whip, and I left myself 2 extra spaces because I pre-did all these unplanned pages. Mythographic Deep Blue was an unplanned page. That was an untouched book. Magic Jars April, that was unplanned. I didn't plan to color it, and I did. Island Cuties was unplanned. But I thought I planned it. Whatever. It was done. Country Chibi, I didn't plan to do a video on coloring it, but I did. The video just didn't take. I didn't plan to do 2 pages in Mythomorphia, really, but I did. And then I didn't plan to do that PDF Carla Mangana. I did some hashtags. And then how many mermaids color? I'm going to go through that again, but as I was counting, I think I did 1, 2, 5, 7, or 8. I just have to double check before I log in. So that is my coloring journal. Now, I just want to show you some things I purchased. So I purchased some, and they're not listed here, but I have it on my little post-it. I purchased some open stock Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils. And the reason I did that was because I had a very small set, the smallest set of the pencils, because I had wanted to try them out. And I was coloring in a bunch of books this month with them, and I enjoyed it. So I purchased some open stock Pablos, and then I stuck them in my case. I heard a lot of people were purchasing or reviewing the Derwent Chromaflows. So I purchased the small 36. This is just the empty tin. I've already placed them in a case. I wanted to see how I like them, and I need to color a little bit more with them to make an informed decision for myself. But I did purchase the Derwent Chromaflows. Then I was watching a YouTube, and I can't remember who it was, and they were coloring a background with pastel pencils. So I went and I purchased off of Amazon this brand, Paris? I don't know. I could really do the accent, but I still would be butchering it and offending all my French friends. So I'm not going to. But they're kind of a little pricey. I got it off Amazon. And I only purchased the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pencil. And they're pastel pencils. This is a name. They're thick pencil. And I'll just show you. They're pastels. Pastel pencil. Not very dusty, which I like. And I thought this may be a good option for me for other backgrounds, if I want to do like backgrounds. So they blend quite well. I did try it on a page, and I felt like you could see like areas that weren't blending. So I think I need to practice a little bit more with them. But if I do like them, I will purchase more. So yeah, so for now, this was what I bought. They don't have a color name, but they have like the pastel and then a number, so you can swatch them. And for now, I'm going to keep them in this tin. which I think is adorable. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, sorry for the glare. I purchased these little highlighter minis. I've been doing word search books at night, and I've just found that highlighting the words are easier, but I do not like them. Yeah, I don't like them. They're hard. They're tiny. It's hard for me to hold to do it. I didn't think it would be an issue. Yeah, actually, they're okay. I'm thinking the other one. They're not hard. They're soft, but I thought they were too small for me to hold and do my word search book when I lay in bed. So I'm not going to be using them for that. I'll just use them for something else. So a bunch of these little highlighters here. And these I purchased in my local Home Goods. If you live in the States, TJ Maxx, Home Goods. I purchased that off at Home Goods. They were $5 US. Another purchase from Home Goods was, I found that they just started, the one by me, carrying a little bit more arty kind of things. They even had a mythographic coloring book and some coloring books. These artist concept gel pens. So these are 12 neon, 12 metallic glitter, 12 metallic, 12 glitter, and 12 pastel. These are the ones I was using for a lot of the backgrounds that I said came out very glittery, and then the glitter kind of rubbed off. And when they dry, they didn't look as glittery, but you can still see a shine. It just was hard to pick up in the video. But I'm enjoying them, so I'm using them. So you know, you have a regular, like a pastel one, and then like I said, you have a metallic one, and then I don't know if you can see it, the glitter ones have like these little glittery dots on them, like glitter gel pens do. So this I purchased at Home Goods. And these were on sale for $8. So I got these on clearance. So that's why I grabbed those. Then when I went to Hobby Lobby, they were having a 40% off sale on Master's Touch items. So I just grabbed a 12 count gel pen set, a glitter gel pen. And I haven't really used them yet. Let's see. I got all these papers here. They're okay. They're not super glittery, but they do the trick. Not as glittery as these are actually, but we'll see. I'm gonna try them out in a page next month. So, but they were 40% off, $10. So I wanted to grab them to try. I actually went in to grab alcohol markers because they're Master's Touch. I wanted to get some skin tone alcohol markers, like open stock. But they didn't have any skin tones left, I guess, because of the sale. A lot of people must have grabbed them. So I just ended up grabbing these instead. And then I grabbed myself some Sharpie highlighters from my local Staples, just so that I can do my word searches with. And these were the ones I don't like for my word searches, believe it or not. So I'm going to end up just using them for something else. For my journals or whatever, they will not go to waste. But yeah, it didn't work for what I wanted it to. So my Sharpie highlighters. And that is it, my friends. I appreciate you and you watching my video. I hope you enjoyed my colored pages. Stay tuned for my coloring plan video. That will be out for the month of June. It may even be out already. I'm not 100% sure. But again, thank you all. If you have any questions, pop them into the comments. I will be sure to get back to you. You can follow me on Instagram. If you need to message me for anything, Instagram is the best way to go. But again, thank you all so very much. Stay well and enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Or I hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend, depending on when I post this.